Frugal friends, welcome back. My name is Julie, and today we are doing another honest, very transparent review of a fabulous product that has been sent to me in the mail. I am so excited. You know, we are living through a crazy time right now where mask mandates are coming down all over the place in order to help ensure the safety of ourselves and others and to try to mitigate consequences of this current pandemic that we are experiencing, trying to limit our exposure to each other. Not just in grocery stores, but also in schools and the few theme parks that are open. And you know, I like to get out and about. And we're looking at going back to school really soon, where masks will also be mandated. How grateful am I? Well, I am so incredibly grateful because with all of that in mind, I have been sent some fabulous gloves and masks to try out for you today. There will be a link for both items in the video description. If these are something that you are interested in, please go ahead and follow that link and show some love and support for these products, for this company that has been so generous to myself, my family, and our channel. I am so glad to have disposable options. Now, this is a little tricky for me. As the frugal mama who loves to save money, this is fabulous. Thank you so much for these free items, and thank you to all of you for being a huge part of making that possible by helping our channel to grow, which made this sponsorship offer possible. But also, they're free to me, which is fantastic, and they're a very reasonable price for you. Link is in the video description. But at the same time, many of you know that I am also very focused on the environment, and I do not like single-use items. That is an issue for me. And so this whole situation has been tricky in that regard. I love the idea of reusable, washable masks and gloves that you can do that with also. But when it comes to going to theme parks, grocery stores, and public schools, it's a different scenario. And when we are dealing with children, things are going to get lost. Things like gloves and water bottles and backpacks and masks, they're going to get lost, they're going to get nasty, and we're going to be washing those constantly. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to have some of those reusable masks, because I will, but we also have some other considerations in mind that make these disposable single-use options more ideal. For instance, asthma. Everyone in my family, except for my husband, deals with allergies, some pretty severe, and at least to some extent, asthma as well. And with the cloth masks, those can get very thick and very constrictive and can make it really difficult for those of us who do have breathing issues. Whereas these disposable hospital-grade masks are made of much thinner fabrics, and therefore they're easier to breathe, and you can function a lot better with these. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. Now, with the gloves, did you know that if you're going to wear the gloves, you don't want to be going and touching a million different things with those same gloves? This can lead to a lot of waste and a lot of litter. I need to say this, please, if you're going to use single-use disposable items, be responsible with how you dispose of them. Don't drop them in the parking lot or on the floor of the store. Please be responsible, be accountable, be aware, be a grown-up, take care of your mess. Don't leave it for others. That is just not cool. And we need more accountability and more awareness and more working together as a group, as a community. So please, if you're going to use single-use items, be responsible in how you dispose of them. Having said that, also, did you know that you can wash your gloves? I've seen this in several food stands that I have been to where they are using the disposable gloves, but in between customers, they are taking their sanitizing wipes or hand sanitizing gel and running that over their gloves so that they continue using the same gloves. I'm not sure 100% how I feel about that. I will need to look into some data to see if I feel totally okay with that and secure with that. But I mean, I was secure enough to eat the food from that location, so I guess I probably do feel okay about it. And that also helps you to extend the life of your single-use gloves. So we will start with the gloves. Will I be having my kids wear the gloves to school? I don't know yet. I think these are more likely going to be for use in other situations where we will be in and out kind of handling items, and we will dispose of them, probably have a bag in our van where we can just dispose of them right away. Take them off right before we get into the van, before we even touch the handle of the door. Take these off and then throw them away in a garbage bag in the van. That's more what I'm thinking for the gloves. I was sent a size large, but they are available in all standard sizes. Easy to put on, very comfortable. These are nitrile powder-free gloves. They feel rather durable, thick enough, not too thin. I do feel like these are going to be quality. They're going to be safe. They're not going to rip or tear or be punctured easily, so I am happy with that. They're thin enough, though, that I feel like I can still do all the things that I need to do with them. One thing I want to test is, will my phone that I'm recording this with be responsive to these? It is. So I am able to touch my cell phone with these gloves on. That's pretty handy. But at the same time, I will also throw out a little disclaimer there. You should be cleaning, disinfecting your phone regularly with some disinfecting wipes. If you're going to be touching 100 other things with these gloves, and then you also touch your phone, be sure to clean that phone. But I do feel like these are going to be a good quality, really handy to have on hand, especially in situations where I have to be there and I have to touch things, but don't feel totally secure or safe about how the sanitation process is being handled in that particular location. This box that they sent me does come with 100 pieces, so that is 50 pair of gloves. They are also super easy to remove and are then inside out. Throw them away responsibly. Clean up after yourselves. Then we have the masks, and these are disposable 3-layer ear loop type masks where it says they are soft, breathable, and skin friendly. There is a 95% rate of bacterial filtration efficiency. Okay, that's awesome. It gives you directions here on how to properly put them on. That has been an issue that has been brought up in the media and just kind of around the water cooler, that folks are not wearing their masks appropriately in a way that would make them most effective. So definitely check out. This seems so simple, but it really actually is important. Check out the instructions on whatever mask you're going to be using and make sure that you're wearing it the right way to get the most benefit from it for you and those you come in contact with. This is a package of 50. They do come wrapped, but not individually wrapped, so keep that in mind. Now, I am going to follow my own advice and look at the instructions. It says to flatten the mask and hang both sides of the mask on your ears. So flatten. Now it does have the side with the metal that needs to be on top in order to fit over your nose. Hanging that over my ears. Sorry if it's hard to hear me. Then you're going to fix the nose bridge to prevent dirty air from entering or your nasty stuff from exiting. And finally, please pull the mask to the lower jaw to immediately present a 3-dimensional breathing space. There you go. There you have it. Is it comfortable? Yeah, I think it is. I think I need to tighten this part so that I can keep it in place, especially as I am talking. Oh, there you go. All I did was tighten it and it is staying in place. This is far more breathable. I'm going to say this right away. Far more breathable than wearing the really cute, really fun cloth mask. Now, we will be testing this, so stay tuned for a follow-up video, just as we are going to do with the fan that I found to be incredibly helpful on my recent trip to downtown Disney. But we will be doing a follow-up as we use these out and about in the heat, in the sun. We are heading into a massive heat wave here in Utah throughout this weekend and into next week. And I am going to try going for a walk, bringing plenty of water with me and a hat and you know, sunscreen, etc., doing all those responsible things, but I'm going to give this a try. And we're going to see how it does then. So stay tuned for a follow-up. But for now, I am feeling like this stays in place as I'm talking and talking and talking. I do feel like I'm able to get enough air. I feel like I'm able to breathe. Am I getting a little bit sweaty? Yes, even just sitting here in my house. But guys, that's going to happen with any mask that you're going to wear, and some worse than others. I do feel like it's staying in place. It's not pulling on my ears. It's not causing a headache, which I think is fantastic. Let's try and take some deep breaths. Feels all right. Another thing that I'm liking about this, I'm not feeling all of my exhaled air coming right up into my eyes, which can happen with some masks. Now, I do feel, I will say, the need to kind of pull it back into place. And ideally, you don't want to be touching your masks any more than absolutely necessary. So that is something that is a consideration and something to think about. I do think, though, if you're limiting how much you're talking, then that will be a factor. But also, if you just tighten it more, or, and this is a great tip that I learned from my eye doctor when I went in for my eye exam to get these fabulous new contacts, if you just add a strip of medical tape right here, make sure that you're like looking up and you have it maybe a little lower so that you're not pulling on your lower lids. That can get really uncomfortable. But add just a strip of medical tape. That will keep it in place no matter how much you talk and walk and everything that you do. The only issue there is when you are going to take it off to eat or drink, that can kind of be annoying, but it's not a big deal. You just can pull the mask up, you know, off of your ears and up, and then it's just hanging there on your face, which I guess maybe provides a little more protection while you're eating and drinking. Highly recommend with this kind of mask or any other. See, it is falling, but if I had that medical tape on, I wouldn't have to continue adjusting it. It would be holding it in place as I speak. So, medical tape. You can get it for like 99 cents at Walmart. Add a little medical tape. It will keep that in place. Easy to remove. You don't even have to touch the outside of the mask. Just pull off those ear strips and responsibly throw it away. I am going to recommend both of these items with the caveat, with that one little understanding that you will throw them away responsibly. Please, we do try here at the Frugal Family to limit our environmental impact, our footprint, such as it is, as much as we possibly can. But these are different times. These are different times where there are some extenuating circumstances wherein we have to hope that all of the other measures we are taking to preserve and to improve the environment will help counteract some of those things that are happening right now that are not ideal, using these single-use disposable items, which absolutely goes against our ethic, but in these circumstances is unfortunately necessary. It's one of those things where you have to decide, you know, how you're still going to maintain your ethic and values while also staying safe. And this is one of those instances where I think we have to find that happy medium where we do our best to be responsible with how we dispose of them and to not use more of them than we have to. We don't need to be taking the mask off every 2 minutes and replacing it. We will use it for the recommended amount of time before replacing it and get the use out of it that we can and be responsible that way. Okay? Whilst we also continue dumpster diving and recycling and all those other things, limiting, you know, how much gas we're using and how much we drive and et cetera, to hopefully help counterbalance those other measures that are necessary at this time. I highly recommend both of these products. Please find those links in the video description. Thank you so much for watching this review. If you have an item that you would like us to provide a very honest and transparent review for our frugal friends, go ahead and find our email in the video description where you can get a hold of us. Also, if you have an item that you would like to see us review and to find out if it is worth your hard-earned dollar before you go and spend it on that item, have us try it out first. Tell us what that is that you're looking into in the comments, and we'll see if we can work with a sponsor to make that happen. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I am so grateful to have had this opportunity to review yet another product for this fabulous company. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please be safe out there. Please be responsible, be well, take care of you and yours, but also watch out for the others in your community. It doesn't take much. Tiny things can make a difference and help improve the safety, the health, the vitality of those around you, of those that you come in contact with every day that share your roads, your buildings, your spaces. Think about others, do your best, and we will get through this. I just love you guys so much, and I wish you all good things, and we'll see you all real soon.